Hey guys, welcome back to the 1% podcast. I'm your host, Shibi G, and alongside me, back again,
Another day.
another day.
dollar.
Abdullah Al Kubaisi, what's going on, my bro?
Everything's going on.
Bro, the last podcast you sent it. I told you to send it, but I didn't mean for you to send it that high.
So look, what Grashi means by sending it, it means like out of Earth, like something that's out of Earth. That's
Yeah.
very hard to do. Like, have you ever wondered, I'm gonna go out of Earth today and explore a new sort of space?
Absolutely.
It doesn't happen, right? But you have to send it. You know what I mean? So we sent it, bro. it's crazy. Like
I
what we
think-
talk about is
I think what you said last
impeccable.
week
It's insane.
was something that
immense.
propelled us even higher, bro. So, man, I just have to give you props for that one.
Got it, my G. So
Bootstart,
look, this podcast, like we said. It's gonna hurt a lot of people. We're sorry, but we're not sorry. We're here for the game, and we're here for a massive influence. We're here to speak about things that a lot of people don't speak about, right? And I can sit down here and talk about motivational speakers, and Harry said this, and Dave said this, and wannabe, what color is your Bugatti said this. Look, but when it comes to me, when I'm talking about something, I could relate to the people a lot more. You know what I mean? So you gotta listen. You're getting free value. I'm not asking for a cent from you. You know, so
Absolutely, man.
We're here for that.
I feel like a lot of the love that's coming through to this podcast, was coming through to the TikToks, is coming from like the younger audience, the teenagers and the kids and
Yeah.
whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to talk to them, you know, let them know like how does the foundation apply to them, to the youngsters.
with the youngsters, when it comes to kids, right? It's their spark of emotion is completely different to the older age people, right? So, for example, as a young kid, explicit content should never be shown to you over the age or below the age of 18.
Right.
But why? Because to you as a young kid, it's intimidating to see that. It's something that you shouldn't be seeing, because your emotions are completely different to an 18-year-old where they've seen it and they're like, okay, it's exciting, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for a kid, it's the spark of emotions that kids have, and younger age people from the age of 16 and under, compared to like, you know, the ages of 17 to like 25, 30, whatever it is the fact that anything that happens in that lifespan that they're living by the age of 16 goes a long way for a long period of time, right? If you're a kid listening to this right now, and you are obviously living right now under the roof of your parents, and you're about to explore the world, I believe that when you reach the age of 17, 18, you're about to go into a whole new world. And look, this is the crazy part about kids as well. Nowadays, back then, even nowadays, people think that being a kid, you have to be like 16 and like anything over the age of under 16, whatever it is, under the age of 16, you're considered a kid. But I feel like these days, kids are becoming a lot more intelligent. I know kids these days that are building softwares developers can't do at the age of 30.
Yeah, right.
14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Right? I know kids that could create TikTok videos and Instagram videos that could literally blow up over any editor because they know how to use Adobe After Effects and TikTok and CapCut really well. Kids are now developing where they've become much more intelligent than what they used to be. Back then it was at the age of 17, the kid is starting to develop IT, IT sort of work. He's trying, obviously now they're developing skill and they're being educated to like learn new things. But I believe kids are starting to learn at the age of 13, 14. They're becoming extremely smart. They're picking up on things a lot faster than back then, the way that kids used to pick it up on, right? So for a kid, right, if they're growing up and they see to themselves that I'm a kid, I believe we should consider to see them as adults. And if we do make them feel that way, then they're going to be a lot more entitled to feel like they're responsible for a lot more, right? So for example, a kid is at the age of 14, and this kid at this stage, he's going through a journey where he's still learning things. But if I was the kid's dad, or whatever it is, and I have some big authority over this kid, if I make them feel like as if they're an adult, then their adulthood won't start at the age of 18. It will start at the age of 16 from 14. Because throughout the entire time, I'm telling them they're responsible for a lot more than what they are.
So they've been given a head start, basically.
Yes, and nowadays we have to see as kids are below the age of 14. I believe after the age of 15, they should be considered as adults. The reason is because they've become a lot more smart. They're picking up on a lot more. And like nowadays, like they're able to do a lot more than what 20-year-olds are doing, right? They're very smart, they're very intelligent. And for a kid, if you are balancing out your life right now, you're going into a journey where you're about to start working, you're about to start living your life, you want to live your life, you want to start exploring new things. I feel like it's all going to be new to you and you have to experience it to know what it is. But at one stage, once you have the right environment, because you need to be around the right people and you've had the right parents teaching you the right things at the time, then you should be all sweet, especially if you have the foundation. As a young kid, if I knew back then what I knew about the foundation now, I would have loved every minute of it as a young kid, and I'd be 10 times better than what I am right now. Right? The foundation talks about the 5 pillars. The foundation talks about what you are. Like, for a kid to follow the foundation is quite crazy. If you're a kid watching this right now and you want to live the best life and you want to have a balance in life, and by the time you're 20 you want to be extremely disciplined, where you're able to literally like walk into a room and you're the next real thing, and you want to be that as a young kid, I believe you have to follow the foundation, the 5 pillars we talk about, which is, once again, your inspiration. Find an inspiration, and your inspiration is your motivation. Find someone that you will be very inspired by. If you're inspired by this person and you want to become like them one day, as a young kid, this is the perfect start. This is step one. It's very early for you. It's where you should get started. Step two is your mindset. If you have a great mindset, you're not going to give up. You accept in your journey there's going to be so much failures, and you're ready for that. You're quite compelled and ready for that. That's amazing. That's two of the pillar of the foundation. Number three is your health and body. What more do you want as a young kid to start training and going to the gym? You can start doing that by the age of 15. Many gyms allow that. Why don't you get yourself in the gym? Why don't you start now? Why don't you start working out now? You're going to love yourself a lot more as a young kid. By the time you're 20, you're a one built man, right? And then, obviously the environment. Number four is the environment. If you're around the right environment, if you're around the right people, if you've got really good friends, if you've got really good people around you, and you know they're not there to impact your life in the wrong way. As a young kid, these aren't your day one still. You're still building these people. So why not maneuver from that? Find real good friends that can help you with this journey and bring them on board. Build a companionship where you're bringing them and, deviating them from whatever journey they're taking to that journey, right? To the journey that's amazing right now that you've pretty much found, because I've ended up on your For You page or your Instagram to tell you about the foundation and how amazing it is and how it could help you as a kid. And number five is your education. As a kid, you're already in school, you're still learning, you're still whatever, and we're not telling you to go uni, but finish what's necessary, which is school, right? And uni could be an option, whether you want to pursue different careers. But what I'm saying is, if you follow that and you follow the inspiration that you have, and you want to become that person one day, and you take that route and you take their journey and you research about them and you find what their good and bad is and what they've went through, you're preparing yourself as a young kid for some massive success